Mark and Shane on the Interlude Pod.
Hey everybody, Mark Myra and Shane Allen here. Welcome to the Interlude Podcast. Shane, hello.
Hello, Mark. And congratulations to Vic Solo for becoming the second champion of the Roast Battles, round 2. And we will be doing the Roast Battle Tournament of Champions coming up in July. Look out for that ticket drop. You're going to want to get those tickets fast because it's going to be part of the Rochester Comedy Festival.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if that means the tickets will sell faster, but I assume it will.
Sure, yeah. So, yeah, the Tournament of Champions is going to be during the Comedy Festival, which I assume all the info's at carlsoncomedy.com because they're the ones that are putting together that thing, right?
Should be. If not, it'll be up shortly. I think I might have to send them graphics or something.
Well,
but
I meant more of just for the Comedy Festival. But, yeah, it'll be up there. It'll be up there.
Yeah, whatever.
It's
in July, which feels like 17 years from now.
All right, so let's see. So the Interlude Podcast is a podcast where Shane and I go through and break down all the biggest and dumbest Rochester news stories of the week. We got another Patreon subscriber. This time, a white lady. A white lady joined the Patreon.
What do you make them fill out a survey of what race they are before they go on Patreon?
I'm profiling by their name and by their pictures.
Oh, you can see their pictures
on some Patreon. Yes, you can. They have they have profiles with pictures on there. So what we're looking for next is a black man, a black woman, basically anything other than a white would be nice.
We're going for a regular Guess Who board.
Yeah,
dude, we give fat guy with glasses, a lady with rosacea.
Guess Who now has they have kind of in-betweeners where you don't quite know if they're men, you don't quite know if they're women. So when you say is it a guy or a girl, it's not as successful as it used to be.
You know, non-binary Guess Who. I didn't even think about that.
My Guess Who strategy is to go by the names. Does this person is their name shorter than 5 letters? Things like that I've noticed is how I've destroyed my 10 and 11-year-olds at Guess Who. Just fucking wreck them, Shane.
It's been a while since I've guessed who.
Made my son cry playing chess the other day. Not to brag.
Wow, you're a regular Magnus Carlsen.
Yeah. I'm Queen's Gambit. I'm Anya Taylor-Joy.
Yes.
All right, let's get into a lot of big news, Shane. Boxing event that went wrong. Who saw this one? This was one of my favorite stories.
What the fuck, dude?
There was a boxing event that was going on at the Blue Cross Arena a couple of weeks ago. Got to meet these fellas, too. They came into the radio station. Got to meet these fellas.
I'm sure they did.
And they had a boxing promotion where they had a bunch of boxers coming in from the area. They invited and flew out and put in a hotel Muhammad Ali's wife as like a special guest. They rented out the Blue Cross Arena. And they were expecting 10,000 people to be there. Around 1,500 people showed up to the event, and now they owe money to all the boxers. They owe money to vendors. They owe money to the Blue Cross Arena, and their checks are bouncing. And it's all over the news, which I said this to Shane. I was like, it is amazing that they put out a promotion so bad, that did so poorly, that the news is now covering it. That is amazing to me.
$100,000 of debt backed up from this. So there's lots to break down here.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, before we even get into the boxers themselves, or even these promoters, I would just like to say, fuck the Blue Cross Arena. Fuck them for letting these people go forward with this idea. What in the fuck are you? Do you not vet anything? Can anybody just go to the Blue Cross Arena and be like, hey, I got a crazy idea. What if we bring back this? And the Blue Cross Arena is like, can you sell 10,000 tickets? And they're like, hell yeah, brother.
I know, to Shane's point.
Okay.
It is crazy that they didn't have to pay for this ahead of time. Like at the radio station, they bought ads because they're not like a furniture store or a car dealership. We made them pay up front. Hey, those $500 of ads you're running, we'll take that $500 right now before we run any of the ads. Well, it's insane that the Blue Cross let them get into that much debt.
Bonkers. These promoters are absolutely just, this is our Fire Fest. These people just willed this into being and really thought that this was going to work out.
Mm-hmm.
They looked at Rochester and they were like, you know what we need? Boxing. This place has been clamoring for a boxing event. We can't even get people to consistently go to the Rochester Red Wings. We're going to lose them. But yeah, boxing with not even named boxers. Netflix is struggling to do this with Jake Paul fighting people. And you're like, we're going to sell out 10,000 seats at the Blue Cross Arena and our promotion is we're going to bring in Muhammad Ali's wife. Sick.
Yeah, if you had Muhammad Ali's wife boxing Screech, who then had to box a kangaroo, now we're talking, baby. You can't just have her show up and then a bunch of boxers nobody knows.
I gotta be honest with you, man. Until this story came out, I had no idea this was happening. And it said that they spent like 50 grand on promotion. And it really just goes to show how bad radio is, because I'm sure that they put a lot of radio spend in there. Your boy didn't hear anything about this boxing event. Uh, I love the back and forth between these promoters and the Blue Cross Arena of like why they owe money. And the promoters aren't even like blaming the lack of tickets. They're saying the Blue Cross Arena didn't get their money back because they closed concessions early. They're like, listen, yeah, we didn't get a lot of people in there, but the people we got in there, they would have gotten real drunk. They would have ate a lot of food, but you guys shut things down early. The Blue Cross Arena is just like, we shut things down a half an hour before you guys said we were closing. So then the promoters were like, well, attendance was bad because of the weather. Yeah, it's really tough to promote an indoor event. Wild
And
stuff, man.
yeah, and then they the whole thing was that they're a not for profit, which hey, you guys succeeded. You
They did
definitely
great.
did. You did not. You made. Hey, you like did better than being a not for profit. You made less than a profit. You are in the negative. They're saying that they're going to lose their gym because they're going to have to sell their gym or whatever or mortgage off their gym to pay this all back. Um, but they're not for profit, and the whole point was to combat violence in the city with squeeze me a boxing match. Okay, all right, now it's all making sense. The kind of planning and thinking, the masterminds we have behind this, where they're just like, it's too violent in the city. Can we get more violence and watch that? How about we do
These
that?
these promoters must be the most charismatic people in Rochester to have gotten through this event to the point like where none of this was red flagged until after that amount of money. Like the boxers themselves didn't get paid. All these checks are bouncing. There's doctors, there's other staff that were like not paid. These dudes that put this together, like, good on them. And I'm
Yeah.
sure that they're gonna do another one, and they're gonna say that we've worked out the kinks this time, and maybe we should just let them fight each other. These two promoters on
Yeah.
live. We'll do an Instagram fight event. Maybe we'll do it for the Rochester Comedy Festival.
They also then when they found out that they're gonna owe so much money that their event was such a failure, they set up a GoFundMe to make up the money, which is like, bud, nobody wanted to support your event when you had something going on. So now you're trying to get people to support your event that sucks so hard that you owe money. I don't understand what the GoFundMe is for. It's not like you put on a boxing event and somebody punched somebody in the face and noticed a lump and now you're trying to help them. You're just trying to save your ass. I kind of respect the GoFundMe. Like, oh, I fucked up. Anybody want to help out? It's so good.
I just love these boxers too that were just like out there fighting for the love of the game, you know?
Yeah. But I'm so petty that these guys came into the radio station to be interviewed, and we were like on the air, so I couldn't go grab them, and then I saw them like kind of like we have like these glass doors, so I saw them out there, and I was like, oh, they're here. So we were in commercial, and I went and grabbed them, and the dude started like really hounding me and giving me shit about like how the office really needs to get a receptionist because like they fired all receptionists in the company like 15 years ago, and basically it's just like you text who you need to see. You know what I mean? Like if they want to, they're coming to the office to see Shane Allen. You text Shane Allen, and then you go grab him, right? And
Yeah.
he's like hounding me about like getting a receptionist, and it's like, what? Who the fuck do you think I am? What am I, Mister Radio Pants? Like, who the fuck do you? I'm not like hiring the receptionists in this place, so I'm
Well,
kind
that
of
shows they're business savvy.
yeah. I'm like,
They
what
they really know what's wrong with radio. Like that would fix it.
more receptionists?
Yeah.
And
We no,
I,
we just saved the industry. We got the fat ladies back.
I'm just like, and I told the guy, I was like, dude, I don't hire receptionists here. Like, what do you want from me?
Bro, they don't even pay me. Like, what are you
So
talking
I
about?
was so glad to see the failure that of their event. That made me so happy. I was just like, this is that's the guy that gave me endless shit about that 15 years ago before I worked here, they fired all the receptionists. Like, okay, sorry, bud.
Dude, I wish I could. That's that's phenomenal. I'd love to go to be at that event and see how few people were there and these boxers walking out thinking they're going to like a full on 10,000 person crowd and it's just me and six other dudes.
Think of the Blue Cross Arena is massive. This was the first event they were putting on. Maybe go somewhere else. Go to Pineapple Jacks. Go. You know what I mean? Go to a firehouse or like a VFW and have try it out there first. Go small first. The Blue Cross Arena is insane. That's where we have mayors' funerals. What do you like? You fucking nuts?
I don't even think the Harlem Globetrotters can put up 10,000 people right now.
Yeah. Yeah. There's literally nothing that can fill the Blue Cross Arena that comes to town.
I want to
Cat
work with these guys
Williams.
so badly now for the next Interloop event. I gotta get them involved.
This is smart. This is a smart businessman. Shane Allen's thinking right now.
I need them to come and audit my business too. If they're like they got that great idea for receptionists for you guys, like what
Yeah.
could they possibly do for the Interloop blog?
Yeah. All right, Shane, what else is going on in Rochester? What other news we got?
Mark, we have this is supposed to be like a feel good story. I saw on 13 Wham. There is a program now pairing the Monroe County Jail System with the Eastman School of Music. Did you see this story?
I did not. Interesting.
Oh, Mark, it's a goodie. So 5 inmates were chosen. And they spent a month creating original songs with Eastman students using music software. The songs were then performed live in a concert in the jail. I'm gonna play a clip if I can
Okay.
because I love everything about this story. I just want to
He's
share this one little piece. This is
okay.
one of the Eastman School of Music musicians.
All right.
And want to connect, and you see the impact that classical music can have on them, that a musical journey itself can have on them. I think that is something that, I mean, that's the reason I do what I do.
Just because of him banging on a triangle. Mark,
Tickling the triangle.
all right. I love I love all of this because first of all, as the Eastman School of Music students, they gotta love it because they finally have an audience that can't fucking leave and has nothing else to do. Like this is the most captive audience that they'll ever have. And I'm sure that none of these dudes that are in this jail have any fucking idea what a cello is, but they're just pumped about it. I love that these inmates made these songs. I want to hear them and like I want to know the stories behind the songs. Like, hey, can you make your cello sound like a man dying? Can you make that gong sound like a gat, 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 gat? What was it? Do you have an instrument that goes gat, gat, gat? I, this sounds like a movie to me.
Yeah.
You know, on the streets, he was known as a Major G, but his life changed around when he heard a G major.
Yeah. All right,
Not bad.
we gotta go full Kendrick. On the streets, he was fucking A minor.
There you go.
Yeah. And
From the
now
producers of Whiplash and Oz comes Bach behind bars.
and
Can you imagine being raped in a shower while somebody is playing a concerto? That's gotta be fucking jarring.
and the fucking like I'm like good for this kid getting the 3 credits or whatever from Eastman School of Music, but this kid is is gonna get ripped. His asshole's getting ripped apart. Aiden with the pink shirt.
This is the opposite of scared straight. If I was in jail, right, and I'm selling my ass for cigarettes or whatever, and somebody's like, "What if I play a little violin for you?" I would Epstein myself so fucking fast. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh, great. Inescapable classical music? Perfect.
And I'm in the I'm in the belief when you want to like I don't know help people, even if using the word help for people in jail is just like yeah, they're in jail, they're about to like get sentenced or go to trial or they're serving time or something, but you want to essentially make their lives a little better with this, right, with this music stuff. You kind of want to meet them where they are. And I don't know if like a Bach fugue is where they are. You know what I mean? You know what makes more sense to me? Don't they do like a pit bulls in prison type of situation where
Yeah, where they train dogs.
they bring the pit bull. Let me tell you, criminals love pit bulls. Big fans of pit bulls. They like to have a chain on them as a leash type of thing. That's meeting them where they are. They're like, oh yeah, pit bulls, the things that I love. Not fucking Aiden in the smart Banana Republic salmon button up playing the triangle.
There's just some dude named like
This is a guy named
T
T-Bone.
T T-Bone, and he's like, "Yo, y'all play any of that motherfucking uh, what's that show with the princesses and shit?" So good.
uh Golly. I did not see that. That is amazing.
I hope it works for him.
Shane, I got another story here
Yeah.
of just one of those things where there's two Rochesters and there's just part of Rochester that's just not living the same way, the same life that I'm living. A guy, I guess, pinned a woman under his car on Lyle Ave last night and ended up getting arrested for a DWI. But people are now trying to come to his defense because I guess the lady was was hanging out under his car. So it's not like he ran her over. He just didn't know that there was a lady. He didn't know there was a lady under his car. So,
Mm.
but the problem is, Bud, is also the DW. Like, it's almost like two separate incidents, right? Like, like, unlucky me. I was driving drunk and a lady decided to take a nap under my car. So I ran her over and then got caught by the cops. And I was just thinking, like, that's just the lady sleeping under the car. She's just living a different life than I am, you know?
Is she like a part lizard? Like the car was still hot and she was just attracted to the warmth? Like,
I I think it might be something sad like that. There's no way that she has like a raised ranch to go home to, right? There's
uh,
just no way this lady has a home, right? She's sleeping under cars on Lyle Ave.
that's a real bummer too, because you know, like when you're drunk driving,
Mm-hmm.
feeling good,
Feeling good
having a
about it.
good time. I mean, yeah, I mean, when you hit a pothole, that feeling, I can't imagine what the feeling is to run over a body. Can't be a good one.
Dude, so when I was having a good time back in the day, this is how mean my this was my best friend at the time. How mean we've talked about how as a boy, just growing up as a boy, your best friends were the meanest to you. Just like the meanest people in the world.
Yeah.
And look, this is I you shouldn't do it. It's terrifying. I look back, it's terrifying that I did it. But so I was drunk driving. Uh but in my head, I love this. In my head, so I had driven to a party and my buddy had driven to a party, but he didn't drink as much as me or he was sober-ish. So instead of going like, "Hey, you should drive me home," my idea was, what if I follow closely behind you? And how and in my head I was like, that's better. Like, the cops can't see me if I'm behind his car.
Strength the numbers.
But he just got annoyed with how drunk I was, so he sped off as I was trying. So I'm just like, oh man, that my plan was to coast, bud. And he just like meanly sped off, like fuck this guy.
We used to have designated drunk drivers. We would have guys that we would be like, we're all going to drink a lot tonight, but every once in a while, you're going to skip one of the rounds.
Yeah.
And that was our guy. And it worked. We all lived. I do remember, yeah, a similar thing of the caravan of drunk cars going to a
Hmm.
different party. And I remember one of my friends that was ahead of me was like, bro, you were swerving all over the place. You're pretty drunk. You shouldn't be driving. And I was like, buddy, why I look like I was swerving is because you were on the side of the road for most of the trip.
You're both swerving
You were
in and out.
you were looking at me in your mirror when you should have been paying attention to the fucking road, and you were swerving all over the place.
Yeah. It is terrifying being a parent as your kids get older and they're going to start like drinking and going to parties because like I've talked about this before how I went and it wasn't far from where I lived, but I still drove drunk home from a party without my glasses on.
Oh,
And I didn't realize that I didn't have my glass. And I'm blind. Like I need glasses. I need contacts. I left my glasses. So I was drunk and couldn't see anything. Like I'm legally blind without my glasses. And I drove home. Hey, fit as a whistle though. Made
dude,
it home, buddy.
I did a 2 hour trip. I Irish goodbye from a party, and I drove 2 hours drunk on a whim of just like, and not even a guarantee of a hand job, just a light mention of it.
Yeah, nice.
And I drove, no, it did not
It didn't
happen.
happen?
No, because I was so sleepy from being drunk for 2 hours in a car.
Just whiskey
I
dick.
got there and I was like, where's bed? I tired. Yeah.
Do not drive drunk, people.
Unless you're fucking cool.
Unless you're, yeah.
Obviously, if
Yeah.
you're like super cool and you're good at it, then do it. But if most people aren't, you just have to be honest with yourself. Am I cool? Am I good at drunk driving?
Yeah. Be
Most of the time,
honest.
it's no. But there's a few of you that are, and I'm not gonna yuck your yum.
Um,
Mark,
all
you want
right.
another one?
Yeah,
Or are we
give me another
switching?
one. No, we need more drunk driving talk. In a positive, keeping it positive about drunk driving.
Mark, shout out to Rochester. The crime is just going down. We're becoming a
Mhm.
goddamn fucking utopia, okay? We only had 3 shootings reported in Rochester last month.
Damn.
That is the lowest in April in 25 years. And these boxing promoters still couldn't find enough people for their event.
Yeah.
The hospitals are empty, and nobody has a bullet hole, and still didn't go to your boxing event. Here's what the police are saying: they're solving more shooting cases than before as well. So here's
Okay.
here's your
That's good.
numbers for you. By the way, we have a department completely dedicated to non-fatal shootings. Did you know that we have a non-fatal shooting unit?
I did
We have
not.
so many shootings that they have split this up. They're like, we gotta listen, we gotta break this up. You get the ones that are sad, and you get the ones that are kind of funny. So last year, it was a clearance rate of 36%. This year, Mark, we're at 46%,
Oh,
which is
so that's
exciting.
good.
But the numbers have also kind of went down a bit. So there was like 100 something last year, and there's been less. So I crunched the numbers. I did the math. They've solved 49 cases last year. They solved 52 this year. But also, this is a fucking horrifying statistic that you're just putting out there into the wild. Hey, we can only solve not half of all non-lethal shootings. Mark, I've never wanted to shoot anybody before. And I saw this and I was like, there's a good chance I'm getting away with it.
Yeah.
I think I might go shoot somebody.
You got to play your odds. Yeah. When you see the odds are kind of in your favor.
Could you like 46%? Can you imagine if your Grubhub driver was like, yeah, 54% of the time your food doesn't have shit in it?
Well, yeah,
Great.
it's the same reason people speed. I speed way more than I get caught speeding. You know what I mean? They can't always catch the speeders. So if they can't catch the killers,
Maybe I'm just so programmed from all these CSI shows, but I thought that 100% of all shootings get solved. I figured that's top priority, but now I'm finding out we have separate units for it and they still not doing a great job.
yeah, they make it seem in the movies and the TV shows like it's inevitable that you're going to get caught, but you should honestly not even sweat it. Don't even sweat it. Just go on about your life. The only way you're going to get caught is if like a great niece 30 years in the future ends up doing like the DNA test.
Mhm.
That's the only way you ever get caught nowadays. These stupid ass like ancestry.com DNA tests.
These numbers make me, I think we need to rethink the like phrase shoot your shot. Because that implies that you have very little chance of something happening. People are like,
Yeah.
yeah, shoot your shot. You never know. It's like, if you say shoot your shot, that means there's a 50-50 chance of it happening. I feel like that's way too good of odds.
Do you ever think with the like has anybody put it together with the ancestry.com shit where like they started like solving crimes because of it? And anytime the police position it, they're like, it just happened that we got this information and found out that the killer, right? And we should just put it together that they're just taking all of our information and putting it into a big database and saving it, right?
Oh,
Like
I
it's
mean, 100%. And it's going to get tremendously worse by all the AI shit that's happening. Like Cash Patel was out this past week talking about how fucking like sick AI is and how he's plugged AI into the government and the
good.
FBI is like fully integrated with AI and Palantir is in there. Palantir just got all of the like national health records in the UK. Palantir is getting fully plugged in to whatever's going on with this administration and which is really cool because what I've noticed with this government and just the federal government just in general, just from my short time on this planet, is that when something like this happens and a system is put into place where they're starting to track you, it never gets smaller. It always gets a lot bigger very quickly, and then there's no stopping it ever.
Mhm.
And then all the funding goes to people that support it, and then we're fucked. We're all fucked. Like Cashtel is talking about how they're using AI right now to stop school shootings, and he was very fucking vague about what he's doing, and there's no proof of what he's doing at all. This guy is my. I need to remind you, Cashtel is just like a conspiracy theorist podcast guy that they put in charge of the biggest fucking police force in the world. And he just goes on a podcast now and talks about, we've integrated Palantir into it. We've stopped school shootings. And there's no follow up because he only goes to talk to Sean Hannity, and Sean Hannity is fucking an old piece of shit. So we don't know what the fuck that means. But if like piecing things together, it's like, what do I know about AI and what do I know about the FBI? So they're getting these tips about potential school shootings. They're putting it into Palantir system. They're vetting what these threats are, seeing what is credible or not. It's it sounds to me like we have skipped the good part of Minority Report and we don't have the hot fucking,
Precogs.
albino precogs. We're just going straight to clunkers and they're just taking wild stabs at what the fuck is going on. They're like, we could never handle all of this data that we get about threats from school shootings, which is a wild thing for the FBI director to say, that they can't handle school shooting tips. So we have to use AI. Great. So we're all so fucked. It's awesome.
It really does. It is a bummer that the future that was promised us was bleak. It was always dystopian. It was always bleak. Like we were always going to be fucked. Like there was never an image of the future that was good, right? But at least they promised us hot mutant bitches,
Yeah.
precogs, triple boobed lady from Total Recall, Lilu from Fifth Element, and we don't even get hot bitches. Like, what are we doing?
I know there was that one, was it like a scientist that got disappeared? One of them, I know we have like a big rash of scientists that have been getting disappeared lately, but I think one of them was talking about how aliens are just humans from the future. See that
Okay.
one?
Yeah.
There's some theory about how at some point there's an apocalyptic event and like the haves are all underground in their bunkers. And then there's just all the rest of us that either get wiped out by some nuclear event or then they turn into some weird grays that stay up on the surface and we're surface dwellers. And I know that that's supposed to sound disturbing, but that sounds honestly so fucking nice to me now. Just, oh no. Mark Zuckerberg and all of the people behind Palantir, they get to go in their bunkers and live great lives underground with all the oh no, my whole family either gets wiped off the fucking planet or we get to survive a nuclear holocaust and rebuild.
Yeah. As Grays? Fuck yeah.
Dude, yes, blow it up.
Blow this fucker up.
I saw Kim Jong-un in North Korea just put in a new thing in their government, which is if anybody assassinates Kim Jong-un, that it's launch all the missiles. It's just like if he dies, they're
Nice.
launched. And
I love
I'm
it.
fucking dude. After all of this shit where we're killing off leaders, this is what starts it.
Dude, I've got the same thing at a much smaller level. If I die in my house, I blow up my hot water tank.
It's
Fucking
not a much smaller level.
yeah, just blow up my house, man.
You guys aren't allowed to have a microwave.
All right, we're gonna go to the Patreon side of the episode, patreon.com/interlude podcast. Looking at you, black folk. Interloop.com slash or patreon.com/interloop podcast, $4 a month. And you get longer podcasts, earlier podcasts. And on this episode, we're going to talk about that Amber Alert from a couple of days ago. Shane, did you see the drama behind this?
Oh, there's no more rich fodder for comedy than a nice Amber Alert.
But
I
did
can't
you
wait.
hear about it's more of just fucking crazy. Did you hear about any
I
of
saw a
this?
little bit of the hullabaloo.
The hullabaloo. That's what it's called. Netflix has to do a documentary on this. We're gonna have a Netflix docuseries on this. So patreon.com/interlude podcast. All right, bye, poor people.